I'm ready. It was fun. Obviously, left a lot of big plays out there. Wish I would have had taken advantage of the opportunities that were given a few times, especially at the end of the half, and starting that first drive of the second half. But I mean, it was awesome to be out there playing again. Have great guys around me. Obviously, just needed to do a little bit better job getting those guys the ball.
Can you walk us through the touchdown, what you saw pre-snap, and then what you saw post?
Yeah, it was a naked with a break. Really, we called it keeper with a break. The plan was to come around the edge and pull up and see Trent. He set his angle perfectly as you saw. So for me, it was working Trent and then working to the high cross coming back down. He was my first look. I was a little bit nervous coming around because the corner had gotten hands on him a little bit. So he's probably only at 5 to 10 yards. Where typically, if he didn't have hands on, he'd be already, down the field at 15. But yeah, he made a great play. Obviously, set the angle perfectly. So for me, it was, one of those situations. Obviously, I wanted to try to get the ball in his hands.
You come off the field after that with a pretty big line of people congratulating you, pretty happy. What was that moment like? Was it stunning just to be in the middle of that?
Yeah, it was super exciting. It's the kind of moment you dream of, scoring your first touchdown. Even though it's preseason, it was pretty cool. With my teammates, the guys in that locker room, that they were so excited for me and for Trent making that play. So it was for sure a special moment. Wish I could have again capitalized on the opportunities that came after that.
Was there a moment in your football career or coach when transitioning you early to when you do make mistakes to keep firing? Is there somebody or something specific?
I mean, that's just kind of what football is, especially, this position. Just continuing to turn the page on mistakes, and I thought I did that mentally. But obviously, just like I said, didn't make every play tonight. Wish, the plays that were called were really, really good ones. So left some really big ones out there that I noticed and we noticed on the sideline. So for me, it was frustrating, obviously, leaving those plays out there. I wanted to put more points on the board and put Josh in a better situation coming into the game, and our defense played so well that gave us a shot to stay in it, that whole game. So for me, again, a little frustrated, but at the same time, super excited to go watch the tape and learn from everything that I did. Super excited for next week.
When do you watch the tape?
I'll watch that game tonight for sure. Yeah.
What would make a difference tonight between tonight and the last time you ever played the game?
There was fans in the stadium. I guess that's a big one. Different offense, different coaches, different teammates, and I'm in California. But no, it was a ton of fun for sure. Like I said, I was excited to come out and have this first opportunity. Like I said, left some big ones out there, but at the end of the day, learned a lot and going to continue to learn a lot and get better.
You got sacked 4 times in the first half. You didn't use your legs more. You didn't want to show that you could execute from the pocket.
Just different situations. Obviously, like I said, that's another opportunity. Getting the ball out of my hands into the guys that are dynamic, making plays. So for me, it's something again that I'm going to continue to learn from. Get the ball out of my hands, get into those guys' hands. But offensive line did a great job today. It's on me 100% as far as protection goes and everything like that. Like you said, me using my legs to make plays and extend drives. Wish I would have done that a little bit better tonight as well.
How did everything go operationally, just in terms of getting the play calls when the headset did spin out and all that?
It was good, I thought. There was a few, I think, miscues or a few times where I had to ask Coach Shanahan to say the play again. But for me, I thought, going back from when we started, my first time hearing the play in the helmet, I felt really confident going into it, and I felt confident throughout the game hearing the calls.
You're first. So you're at the 1 yard line. You get to take over, and coach calls a passing play. And it's pretty far downfield. What was that moment like? You start looking at the goal line. You start looking at, hey, wait a minute, I can't screw this one up. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, it was another awesome play call from Coach. Put me in another position to be successful and put the guys, on the offensive position to be successful. Mindset coming out is just to get the first down and keep the drive moving. Charlie made a great play, great catch, and won, his one-on-one. For me, again, just another situation where I need to get him the ball.
Your teammates say that you don't seem to have any jitters. Are there jitters and you're really good at hiding it, or you just fully have the confidence?
I mean, I think every game, I guess my mindset is just to prepare to the point where I know I've done everything I can to put myself in a position to be successful. I guess that's kind of my mindset. Same thing. At that point, going into every game, I feel like I'm confident and don't really have a whole lot to be nervous about. But yeah, like I said, left a few big ones out there, so very, very excited and ready to get back to work.
Trey, there were no rushing plays for you today. Were there opportunities where, in hindsight, you thought maybe, okay, I probably should have taken off and run on this play?
None specifically. There's a scramble early on that first drive to BA. Should have gotten the ball honestly earlier. Could have just put it on him without having to move out of the pocket at all. But I guess that's another thing. Just going back and watching the tape, we'll learn as much as I can from that.
Getting hit by an NFL defensive player, a little bit different from what you faced in college. There was a couple times where you got crunched by guys as well as the sacks.
And honestly, I don't know if it was a whole lot different. It's football is football. But yeah, the guys are faster for sure. Guys are coming at me making plays. Probably more disguises for sure than I saw in college. But yeah, I thought our offensive line did a great job. I think a few of them probably looked a lot worse on the TV than they felt.
What do you think you did in terms of assessing pressure and moving in the pocket?
Gonna go back and watch the tape for sure and learn from it. Definitely, like I said, left plays out there. What it was today wasn't as good as it could have been. I thought Coach Shanahan's had some really big play calls that could have been really big plays that I left out there for sure. But again, continue to learn and super excited to watch that tape and really see what I missed and what I felt.
When you watch that tape, take us through your process of how you break it down. Do you write down what things that you want to work on or things that you missed, like you did incorrectly versus correctly?
Yeah, obviously I'll focus on what I did incorrectly more than I'll focus on what I did well. But there's something I can learn on pretty much every play out there from that Jimmy ran, that I ran, and that Josh ran. So it'll be good for me to go through and watch it. My first time, in a game setting, being tackled in a while. So excited to go back and watch that and really see kind of what I felt lined up with what I was seeing on tape. Thank you, guys.